What's going on, guys? This is Jalen here again from Blue Angels Gaming, and today I'm going to be getting you guys some more AWL content. America's War League, they have provided me with the role of Town Hall 9 media content, so I'm going to be bringing you guys the media from this week, week 2 from the AWL. I did something a little different. Instead of doing a top 5 video like I did last week, I actually searched for some like strategies, and it ended up being a witch strategy. So actually we have a go witch, so in all of these attacks you're gonna see a golem and various witches, different troop compositions, and one thing in common, all of them are gonna be 3 stars. So I'll go ahead and walk you through some of these attacks. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments, and hopefully you guys enjoy this America's War League content that they have provided me. So in this first attack was done by Dre of the Elite, and he takes down this max Town Hall 9 base, and basically what he does with this troop composition is creates a funnel with 3 witches and 2 healers on each side. He places a golem straight up the middle between the 2 funnels. He places the rest of his witches to get those skeleton decoys out and into the core. He places the heroes down to get in there and do some damage, and then he places those bowlers. So he basically creates the funnel, places down his decoys, and then his big powerful troops to get into the core, and basically he takes this base down kind of uniformly. So in any of my videos I emphasize the need to take down bases in a uniform manner if you do witch attacks. So you don't really want to spam the core. You do want to get your heroes and your powerful troops into the core to take out those major defenses, but you don't want every single troop to go into the core. With Bow Witch, I think it's for every witch attack you want this to be true. So it's important to have just a few troops to go on both sides, and for your main powerful troops to go in the core. So he did a very nice job of this. His witch kind of held him through this attack with her level 30 ability, and kind of took out the base pretty much from the inside out. So once she got into the core, she pretty much survived pretty much all the way through the attack. And not sure if she's going to get taken. Yeah, she does get taken down by this Tesla here in just a second, but with these plenty of skeletons left, the couple bowlers and witches are going to be able to take out that last Tesla. So that was a very nice 3-star. That giant bomb there did some damage to those witches, but did get the job done, and pretty cool attack strategy there. So we're going to have around the same attack on this base. This base is by Samurai in the same clan of the Elite, and he uses 2 golems on each side of the funnel, followed with a few witches, and instead of healers he uses those golems to protect his witches. He then does the same thing as in the last attack. He places down those skeletons with the witches to give a little bit of a decoy, puts down his heroes to get into the core with that jump spell. One of his golems actually does go inside with the jump spell. The other golem is hung up on a wall, but it should be fine because most of his witches are behind it, and most of the defenses are targeting that golem. It moves down, and the cannon is still targeting it. That giant, or that king, does get in and take out the queen, and is working on the king now, takes him out. So that king takes out both heroes there in just a matter of a couple seconds, and it's looking pretty good. We have another jump spell into a couple different compartments. The bowlers are inside of the base, so in most of these attacks you do see a few bowlers followed with the golems and witches, and this really just gives you that push through the base. So the queen still is alive, working on these air defenses here. Next is the air sweeper. We have quite a few witches down toward the 3 o'clock position on that town hall, so this is going to be very nice, especially since there isn't any splash damaging defenses on that half of the base anymore, so they're going to be able to do quite a bit of work. The mortar is targeting that witch on the top, well, her skeletons, I guess, so we should see a pretty good ending to this. So it actually does switch, take out some of those skeletons, but we obviously have plenty of witches left, and that was a pretty cool 3-star. So a little bit different of a attack, but pretty much the same strategy. So here is another attack by Dre of the Elite. We're going to see the 3 witch funnel on each side, followed with the 2 healers again. We're going to have the placement of the witches with the decoyed skeletons in the center of the funnels, and now we're going to see the heroes come out. So what do you know? Same strategy as before. So he is going to place the golem, or the jump spell on the outside, which this could have possibly been done with wall breakers, but he chose to use the jump spell. So he goes ahead and places another jump spell into that core compartment, opening up 2 more compartments. And there was a hound in the CC of this, but luckily he had his Archer Queen do some damage and take it out. So something that is kind of nice about this attack compared to like a Falcon attack or something else that you would see at Town Hall 9, it does have plenty of troops to take out the Clan Castle troops. So those witches, if they go inside, they can target some air troops, obviously the Archer Queen, and really the main thing is just to protect your bowlers. So if you can keep the skeletons to provide that decoy and to not get swamped by a splash defense, you should be good. As long as they're providing you a nice little decoy and kind of decoying those other defenses, you shouldn't have any problems with this attack. This is probably, this and Witch Slap, which is pretty much no golems, is definitely the most popular, I would say, the most popular attack at Town Hall 9 right now, and you see why. It's very, very powerful. You can kind of be silly using it. I mean, it does take definitely some thought of where you want to go in at, but really you can take in the same troop composition plus or minus a few troops and be able to go around that. So this was another 3-star, and the next attack will be a little bit different, but same idea. So that was a nice 3-star. You see there the 4 healers. So in this one we're going to go back to using 2 golems and not as many witches. We have some wizards in this attack and a mystery in the clan castle. So this is by Skylar in the Elite once again. So this clan does definitely like these attack strategies for Town Hall 9. He goes ahead and kind of spams witches on the corners, gets a funnel going, places the heroes and those clan castle bowlers in the center. So this is something that we have seen pretty much in all of these attacks, is those bowlers in the clan castle, and it seemed to work very nicely. And it really hasn't seemed to matter that they've taken a jump spell for the outside compartment instead of using wall breakers. Obviously if they're pulling the 3 stars, so the golems are very important to go core and to pull out all of those traps and bombs. This is what kind of protects your skeletons and your witches. So if you can get those to go core, it's very important. Also, a lot of times, I am not so sure about these attacks, but in a lot of witch attacks at Town Hall 9, something that you see toward the end of the attack is, well, in 3 stars and winning a 3-star, is the golem leading out in front of the Archer Queen. And that, sometimes that can be all that's left, but it can be very powerful, that witch, or that Archer Queen behind the golem, and providing a nice meat shield for her, and she obviously has all kinds of damage, so she can just take out defense by defense and work all the way through the base. So I have seen that. The main troops die pretty quickly, and then a golem stay around and the Archer Queen just doing work pretty much to half the base. But these guys do a very good job of keeping most of their troops around through about 75% of the base, and they haven't just been relying on that Archer Queen down the stretch. So here's another 3-star, and we got one more attack left for you guys today. I'm going to go ahead and throw out, I do apologize for my appearance. I just got my wisdom teeth pulled out last Friday, so my cheeks are definitely puffy. It's pretty hard to talk in a mic, and it does hurt, but I wanted to get you guys this content since I have agreed to it. So here is another attack. This one's by Oski of the Elite, and this is a pretty cool idea, I guess you say. It kind of takes a couple of the other strategies and combines them. So he does go with the golem and the healers. This is a really neat base layout. I don't know if it's good or bad, I'm not gonna say, but it's pretty neat. So it's kind of like a maze. You just walk down through. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different compartments, and they're pretty much all the exact same, all that rectangular structure. So this is kind of a neat base, and I thought this was just a pretty fun attack, so that's kind of why I saved this one for the end. But he has enough troops going in the center to take out most of the center, and he has quite a few troops go around, which actually helps him in this attack because they don't get hung up on all those walls, and they can still reach pretty much all the important structures of this base. So there's a ton of witches left on that upward part of the base, the Archer Queen and a couple witches left on the bottom part of the base, and they're just taking it out uniformly like I mentioned before. So you really see the importance of this in these attacks. Most of these attacks work through the base together rather than going straight up the core and then having some bases left or some structures left over at the end. So I do like how they did that, and it seemed to work for them very nicely. So there's the 5 attacks for this week of week 2 of the AWL. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any comments on the channel or the AWL content, anything, let me know in the comment section. Please like this video if you enjoy this type of content, and definitely throw me a subscribe to help the channel grow. So thanks guys, and I'll see you all next time.